So in the early stages of the technology and its implementation, there'll be pretty discrete use cases. Payments is an obvious one, same thing that Ripple is working on. Payments is an obvious one, same thing that Ripple is working on. Trade finance is something we're working on.
All the good work that our friends at the SEC.
I don't know why they're not.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Welcome back to more Moon O'Clock News. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Go ahead, throw on those shades, buckle up, and let's go full speed, full throttle into the cryptoverse. Total cryptocurrency market cap at 1.78 trillion, down about 1.5%. XRP in that number 6 spot, sliding up to the 70s, down about 12% in the past 7 days, up about 0.5% in the past hour. We got some breaking news here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ledger City. Ledger City registration is now open. Make sure to hit the website ledgercitygame.com and register for your account. If you got some XRP in your account, then you got yourself a building, some digital real estate inside Ledger City. Also, you'll be able to download the game coming in 56 days, 11 hours, and 12 minutes. I will see you inside Ledger City. Make sure to register for your account. Watching through this, I like how Jacob Farber, very early Perkins Coie attorney, familiar with Ripple, deeply mentions use cases in Ripple right next to Joseph.
So in the early stages of the technology and its implementation, there'll be pretty discrete use cases. Payments is an obvious one, same thing that Ripple is working on. Trade finance is something we're working on.
This is all a show to shake you out of those real utility bags. Payment infrastructure news, ISO 222 in bytes. Get ready for November 2022. The Swift community exclaims. The focus is on ISO 222 go live for cross-border payments and reporting CBPR and coexistence starting from November. Quote, with 9 months to go, this is the key year for all of us as our community, and watch out for the rise of the Phoenix XRP. In the latest podcast with Ripple's SS Friedman and Kate Goldman on the future of money, responsible innovation, and we begin with the question about XRP lawsuit for the inquiring minds who want to know. Check out Study Hall episode 7, Susan Friedman, Ripple, and Kate Goldman. James Rowe XRP, we know which blockchain ecosystem can handle all the money. DTCC, building the settlement system of the future. All roads lead to the bridge asset. Announcing the Wave 2 recipients of the XRPL grants program. We're excited to award nearly $4 million in funding, as well as technical mentorship to more than 30 teams from 5 continents to build the innovative project on the XRP ledger. Crawl, walk, then we rock it. We're coming for all that money. The stakes are too high. Everything is highly strategic, in my opinion.
As utility. So we think that was a perplexing move that happened literally on the last days of the Trump administration under in the SEC, for example. But we're hopeful that we can get that clarity in the U.S. and then that will allow the U.S. to be rightfully the number one when it comes to fintech, crypto, just like it is with every other part of the internet.
Ron Hammond, this week, Congress and crypto. With Congress in recess this week and DC hyper-focused on the Ukraine situation, it will be a slower week for crypto. However, staff are actively still working on legislations and hearings. James K. Filon, SEC files request to file Sir reply regarding motion to strike, citing the SEC versus Library decision in which a New Hampshire federal judge granted judgment on the pleadings on an unrelated selective enforcement defense. In the Library case, Library actually asserted a fair notice defense, and not only did it not get stricken, the SEC didn't even try and strike it. So how a trial level court striking a completely different affirmative defense in that case is relevant, I don't understand. Digital asset investor, great interview with Joseph Hall, a former SEC managing executive by Thinking Crypto. He thinks that the SEC will lose the Ripple case. Has anyone considered that Gary Gensler knew he wouldn't win, but was instructed to stall them as long as possible? This is a weapon.
SEC has a lot riding, but their entire regulatory project could be basically shut down if they lose on the merits here. And I continue to think there's a pretty good chance that they will lose on the merits.
Show's coming to the end. Watch out for XRP, the Phoenix rising. Tesla CEO Elon Musk lawyers alleges that the SEC leaked info from federal investigations, drain the swamps, free the standard.
Elon Musk accusing the SEC of leaking information from a federal probe, tweeting, quote, "This is just peeling back the first layer of the corruption onion. Stay tuned." Of course, last week I had more choice words for the SEC, Jim, accusing them of trying to thwart his right to free speech.
Yeah, I think that it's just not worth tangling with the SEC. And Elon is doing such a great job. It's just, I mean, I totally understand. I know Mark Cuban at one point tussled with him on a different issue, but they're just not worth picking on. It just doesn't get you anywhere. So, I think he's a great man. I mean, it's just my own advice that stay focused. Stay focused.
It seems the same thing to the SEC, by the way, though. I mean, they're doing all these weird potential rulemaking for hedge funds and disclosure.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned
It's weird to me. A lot in crypto and SPAC. So many things where we're still waiting.
Yes,
Still waiting.
and a lot of people feel that he's off the reservation.
Yes.
I don't, but he's in common phases. He's really going full board on a lot of issues that don't really.
Gensler, I know he
Yeah.
is on stuff like these are sophisticated investors in these funds. Why has this become such an obsession?
I think I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that thing because it doesn't make sense.
This is just the peeling back of the first layer of the corruption onion. Stay tuned. Drain the swamp. Free the standard. Kraken Exchange new token listing. Songbird. Blur Networks deposits now. And trading will follow shortly. Kraken. Songbird. Crypto Eddie. Charles on the SEC today.
Charles, how do you feel about the SEC's flip-flop on their position on the Hinman opinion speech? So, what they say in public, what they say in court, two different things. I remember Giuliani doing this. We have evidence that Trump's election was fraudulent. Biden cheated. It was the great con. And they go to the judge, and the judge says, "Well, do you have any evidence of fraud?" No. Smart. Come on. They got a case to win, and so they're moving a little bit. But the unintended or intended consequence is that they've gone from clarity to anti-clarity. It's not fair as a regulator to tell an industry one thing, but then to reverse course and say, "Well, we didn't really mean it." It's just not fair. If it's a personal opinion, you issue a statement after the fact. You can't get them to retract it there, to say this was just a personal opinion and does not reflect the opinion of the agency. But you can't just let it ride, let opinions be written on it, and have the industry push forward, and then change your mind because it's convenient for a particular enforcement case that you're doing. But we've noticed this with this particular government, at all levels of this particular government, different branches of this government, where they say one thing, they do another thing, and whatever is politically convenient they do. It's not good leadership. Not how prior administrations ran things on both sides of the aisle, and it's just hurtful to everybody. And it's not a partisan thing; it's just a clarity thing. When you're in an industry, you'd like to know what the rules are, but if the rules are ever changing and undiscernible, or are staged in a way where it's impossible to comply, so you're regulated out of existence, it's pretty crazy. It's almost Kafka-esque. You must have a license to do business, but you can't get a license to do the business. But then when you ask about it, you're told get a license to do the business. It makes no sense. And this is not how you compete. And it's how you damage a $2 trillion industry.
And while the SEC and Gary Gensler moved to stall XRP and Ripple from taking over the Internet of Value, the 1% and the rest of the world, diamond hands strong out there, are plugging in, loading up to the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes. Let's replace seed phrases on Solana, make onboarding easy for the next billion users. Both wallets and applications. Web3 Auth receives Solana Foundation grant, launches Solana Taurus wallet, and commits to 100% support for wallets and applications. And they're looking to replace seed phrases on Solana. We got some updates from Coil. Join us on a set reminder for the first Twitter Spaces series this Thursday, 2/24 at 1 p.m. PT. 4 p.m. Eastern. Coil CEO Just Moon and New York Times bestselling author, journalist Brad Stone will be unpacking Web3, blockchain, and the open source movement, Coil. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you are on the front lines of the most important battle in history. Hodl strong, hodl the odl.
You are on the front lines of the most important battle in history, and it is the battle to save democracy and freedom and human liberty and human dignity from this totalitarian cartel that is trying to rob us simultaneously in every nation in the world of the rights that every human being is born with. So thank you for your courage, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your brotherhood. And I can pledge to you that I will go down dying with my boots on, fighting side by side with all of you to make sure that we return these rights and preserve them for our children. And I will see all of you on the barricades. Thank you.
I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some bags and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing those likes for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish out there. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up that bag, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Peace out, crypto fam.
And put the XRP in the bag.
Face down, mask up, get these bags up, then we blast up. Passengers, tell them back up. Fill the bag, another bag up. Filthy bankers had them bag stuff. We stopped the train, then we bagged up. The hotels, the yo tight, we got mad bugs. They was robbing hoods, now we robbing hood. Secrets out, better get your bag in. You was all talk, with no action. Train stop, you start panicking. Filthy bankers start vanishing.